doing?
How's it going?
Decleated episode 8, I believe. We missed you last week. It was Thanksgiving. Took a little break there. Had some turkey stuffing, you know, all the good stuff. So
I hope you guys all choked on your fucking stuffing.
If you choke on mashed potatoes, you're a complete douchebag, by the way. Just keep that in mind.
It happens.
If you were that guy, go fuck yourself. We got a lot to catch up on, you know, missing a week here. So I think we should get right into it with some lucky fuckers over the last week. You know, I thought it must have been St. Patrick's Day or something because all these people are getting so goddamn lucky. Start off in Houston, where an ATM, you know, go up, try to get 20 bucks, you get 20 bucks. But in Houston, they decided that if you try to get $20, you're going to get a $100 bill. So any increment of 20 you take out, you take out $600 in 20s, you're going to get hundreds instead.
That's great.
So, you know, they shut that shit down quick. Apparently, I saw cops.
2 people got it probably, that was it.
Yeah. They said cops saw it on Twitter, like people were tweeting, like, come to this ATM or whatever, and cops shut that shit down immediately. I don't know if the people had to give the money back or not, but I'll see. I mean, it's not their fault. Yeah. I wouldn't give that shit back.
Fuck no. Let's blame that on the fucking bank.
Yeah. And,
ATM.
This guy, other guy, bought a storage unit. You know the show Storage Wars?
Yeah.
You know, we made $7 grand off of this storage unit. We made 30 grand. Big deal, you know. People make a living off that shit. Well, this guy was just a regular old guy, just bought one just because he needed a storage unit. And he found $7 million in cash inside. Imagine that. He probably paid, what, $500 for it, I think?
It's fixed.
It's rigged.
Could be.
He paid, what, $5 million for that thing? And
guess how many people are going to try to buy storage units now?
yeah, probably all of them we bought up.
That's what I'm saying. Fixed.
Well, the shitty thing was, all of a sudden, the real owners of this unit comes back.
Yeah, that wasn't us.
Oh! This is actually our storage unit. We want some money back.
Really?
And this peach of a man fucking gives them, I think he got 1.2 when it was all said and done.
Fuck them.
That's what I'm
Tell them
saying.
to fuck themselves.
You left it alone. It's his property. It's not his fault at all.
This is yours then. Go sit on a cactus and bleed out your ass.
Exactly.
Fuck you.
Plus, I mean, if you have $7 million to put in storage, what the fuck do you need $5 million for?
They're lying. They're fucking douchebags.
That guy's got to be the most generous motherfucker in the
They're
world.
fucking tampon strings.
But I mean, he still got 1.2. That's a lucky day in my book.
Let's not forget here, by the way. I'm wearing this because I lost.
Oh yeah.
Everyone can see here.
I'm a fuck up.
It says I'm a fuck up.
Yep.
We got
finally got the shirt
We
made.
got some shirts made here. I'm definitely the fuck up here. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking about taking the Eagles.
2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago, the Eagles. I took the Eagles to cover the spread versus the Saints.
That was not even.
No. Wasn't even the same fucking area code. Got my ass
Saints
fucked. I got my ass
level.
fucked like Aaron Hernandez did before he checked out on his own.
Good God. Wow. On a lighter note.
Yeah.
There's a 30-year-old man. Now, this guy could be considered a dick of the week, but we're going to keep him in the news because
we hate him so
it's
much.
almost impressive that he got away with this for so long. This
He's
guy,
a piece of shit for this.
32 years old. 32 years old, 6 foot tall, has a beard. You know, regular adult male. Well, he decided he wanted to go back to high school. And he was posing as a 15-year-old student in high school.
Posing.
For 2 months, he got away with this shit. You know, people had suspicions. No one said a fucking word. 2 months, he got away with it. Going to high school every day.
Someone needs to take that fucker to the funny farm, dude.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He's a fucking
I'm
nut.
on board with that. He's a fucking psycho. But there's this whole thing where what I read was they don't know what to do with them. They don't know whether to charge him or not because he identifies as a younger soul.
Oh God, not
this
that
shit again. So
these fucking people. I swear to God, nowadays everyone's literally such a pussy.
I mean, next up is I identify as a murderer.
I wish I could just take him and beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah, that's what he deserves.
He needs to be taught a lesson.
He's probably a pedophile. I mean, why? What other reason you have to go sit around?
What kind of sick fuck goes into a high school at 32 years old? For 2 months.
That's commitment too. I mean, he went there every day for 2 months.
He was doing essays and tests and shit. Fuck that guy.
He identified as a younger soul.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's funny when we had the Tinder guy he thought he was 40, he was really 69 or whatever. That's funny and all.
He should identify as Jerry Sandusky because he was doing all kinds of dirty shit.
But this is a different level. There's no reason this motherfucker needs to be back in high school. That's just weird as shit, and it's fucked up. And the fact that there's even any kind of debate just shows how...
Can we explain the locker room? Because they have gym. Explain how that didn't get found quicker. Explain it. I don't get it. How they didn't find out that he wasn't a fucking high school. I mean, there wasn't some weird shit going on in the locker room?
I don't know.
You look down and you see some 32-year-old, 32-year-old guys don't look like high school kids. Sorry. So there was no obvious, come on.
I don't know.
Gym teacher, no teacher questioned it. 2 months this went on?
2 months for him to find out. So,
and he wasn't even registered. He just went in there.
Yeah, that's another thing.
I don't understand how that happens.
When they go down roll call and they say, this motherfucker's on the list. Oh, that's fine. He looks about 45 years old, but, it seems about right.
Fuck him.
Undercover boss type shit.
Yeah, undercover boss for the teacher, maybe.
Yeah. And then next up, we have the tear gassing the border. So, basically what that means is...
you know more about this than I do, but I know it's going to piss me off, so...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, as most of us know, there was a riot or a march, whatever you want to call it, of all these illegals from Mexico trying to walk into the United States. Illegally. I mean, obviously it wasn't legal. They were trying to just march through the border. And Trump and our military decided to tear gas everybody, and people are totally disgusted by this and thrown back and, impeach Trump, as we've been hearing for a year now. But it's not...
Have we not seen enough terrorism in this fucking world? I mean, London. I mean, have we not seen, 9/11. Have we not, Boston, the massacre there?
I don't know what
fucking
these...
marathon. Have we not seen enough of that? Why are people so fucking overblown by this shit? I don't get it.
I don't know what it's going to take. You know what's going to happen? They're going to fucking... Our U.S. citizens are going to riot until we let them in. We let them in. Everything's going to go to shit. And they're like, why the fuck
they're going to pull 9/11 again. Something like that. I mean, these fucking people are crazy. What more do you need to see? Paris, we got fucked.
It's
Boston,
it's a lot
Boston
of
Marathon got fucked up.
And I get, some people have families out there, but come in legally. You don't have to fucking do this shit. It's ridiculous. And the fact that people are upset about it just shows where we're at. We're so fucked because we're so accepting. If you don't have any rules or morals, then you're just going to get taken advantage of as a country, and people are going to walk all over us.
Well, first of all, anything Trump does is wrong in some people's eyes.
It doesn't matter what he does, it's wrong. So. And you hear about it more there now.
Besides, the employment and the money, the money that we're making now.
Yeah, we're cutting our debt. We're the lowest unemployment rate we've ever had.
But that doesn't mean anything.
No.
Nothing. Fuck that. Because the whole all this shit revolves around money anyway. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't matter.
Which these fucking idiots don't understand. If we let 5 million people into our country, there goes the economy. Because there's 5 million jobs that don't exist that just need to be filled. Otherwise, we're gonna have 5 million more homeless people here, and it just the fucking.
I would say how I exactly.
Food stamps.
I would say how I exactly feel about this, but
no,
again,
yeah,
I'd be lost. So we're gonna keep it very, PC, as they'd say.
It sucks that we have to, but that's where we are right now, unfortunately. Let's move on to the dick of the week. So up first, we'll start with Leonard Fournette.
Can't stay healthy. Gets healthy. Finally gets healthy.
Comes back. What is his second week back?
Mm-hmm.
He's not
doing great.
He's not even on the field.
No, he wasn't on the field during the play, but he's been doing great since he came back.
He has been playing.
Grateful to be back, you'd think, right?
Yeah.
Well,
no. He decides to come out. I didn't even see this. I was at the Ravens game, so I didn't see this on TV or anything. But he comes back and starts fighting with somebody, throwing punches. He wasn't even in the play. He just walks down the sideline and starts fighting with people. And it's just embarrassing. I mean, they have, 3 wins this year?
Yeah, they're 3-6.
3 wins this year, and it's just... it shows, because 3-8, I think, actually. Even.
They're terrible.
I don't fucking know.
They're dog
They're
shit.
Not good. And this is just an embarrassment to the organization. They got their starting quarterback being benched. Bortles is being benched now.
Someone just passed off outside. Sorry about that.
Fournette is going to be on the bench, and they're just going downhill week after week. And they don't have their running back. They don't have their quarterback. They never had a receiver this year because they gave them both away. So, I wouldn't be surprised if they just fucking lost out. they were looking good, for a year or two there. They were looking a little promising.
Oh, Blake Bortles is their quarterback.
No, but they were looking up with Fournette coming in, Ramsey coming in.
They were in the AFC Championship last year versus the Patriots.
Yeah, but that is gone. That is so gone.
But yeah, he punches somebody and gets tossed.
Up next is Baker Mayfield.
Oh.
Did we see what he said about Hugh Jackson this week?
He said a lot of things. He's been throwing shots at him all week.
Yeah, which I don't get it. I mean, the guy got fired.
You don't know what was said in the locker room.
No, obviously there's a lot of behind the scenes on this, but
I like Baker. He's always been one to be,
I like him too.
Someone in Oklahoma fucking taking the goddamn flag and shoving it right up the other team's ass.
But on the surface of this, from what we have, Hugh Jackson gets fired. He gets signed by the Bengals. Same city. It's a little awkward, but he got fired.
Division rivals.
He got fired. That's not his fault. He went to a good position. There was probably not that many people asking for him after his record with the Browns.
Guess what, though? In the grand scheme of things, right here, does what he said mean fucking anything?
No.
I mean, he's a professional football player. Hugh Jackson is a fucking mediocre fucking coach.
Mm-hmm.
Since he's gone to Cincy, what have they done? Nothing of fucking any good.
No.
So basically, fuck Hugh Jackson. I like Baker. I mean, yeah, on the fucking surface, it's a fucking dick thing to say, but I like it.
Yeah, and on the surface, it didn't make a lot of sense.
I love it.
Just because he got fired, he didn't decide to leave. So, if something else comes out about it, it would make a little bit more sense. But right now, it is what it is. And the Browns looked fucking awesome on Sunday. That's all I can say. Chubb is a beast. Baker's a beast. I wish they would have held on to Josh Gordon because that would have been a hell of an offense. It still is right now, but it would have been crazy with him still there. Next up, we have Dwight Howard. If you don't know about that, then you've been living under a fucking rock, or you've been in a fucking tranny house.
I need more proof for this before I start believing it, though.
I mean, he swings around teams like he swings around genders, so.
Ugh.
Yeah. He's been on, 20 teams in the NBA? He's probably had sex with 20 different species. Man, women, women, men.
Fucking octopus, for all we know.
Octopus, dogs, trees, inanimate objects.
Sticking his dick in starfish.
We got these voicemails to play here.
It's HIV out there. It's herpes out there. It's other STDs out there. And you're going to sex parties fucking people raw. Like, what type of fucking man did your mother raise you to be a man like that? Did your father raise you to be a man like that?
Handsome guy in the NBA.
Handsome.
Yeah, my gosh. That's all you can say.
You think?
You can have any woman in the world and you're going to tranny orgies. It doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense to me, that's why I'm not buying it.
The first 15, 20 minutes of the show every week just fucking hurts my head. I don't know why we started doing these in the beginning, but we have, and I feel concussed for the rest of the episode, so hopefully you guys don't notice that. I probably will have CTE in about 3 years just from doing this fucking segment, but we'll probably touch on Dwight again next week if some more comes out about it, but for now, it's not looking good for him. He's on our Wizards, so I guess that makes it more exciting, I guess.
I don't have much to say about it because I don't really know a lot about it. B, it's very hard to believe.
It's not hard for me to believe.
Why not? It's just hard to believe. You're an NBA player.
Yeah, well.
You got a lot of money.
Some people are into weird shit, man. It is what it is.
Why are you fucking Caitlyn Jenner? You got a lot to,
Whatever. I mean, some people like what they like. He got caught and he's a fucking weirdo for it, so. Last dick of the week here. Capgun Tom, another fellow YouTuber. He basically, let me explain what's going to happen here before you guys watch it. So, he's playing some FIFA 19, opening some Ultimate Team packs. Now, these are expensive packs to do, and he's opening them expecting to get good stuff out of them. However, in his past, which he's been on YouTube for probably 5 years now, he doesn't get shit every week, back-to-back weeks. Well, you can start to see that's wearing on him, because he's fucking opening these packs to shitty players. Fucking, yes! To dog shit players.
Sarcastic as shit.
So sarcastic, so fucking, it's just so funny. And you guys gotta check this out, it's great.
If these don't pay out, that means that the tradables have to pay out, and the tradables are much better. Walkout, baby! Batshuayi, here we go! Batshuayi, here we go, I'm calling it. Scottish. Even better! It's Forest. Boys, we've got Forest. Absolutely fantastic. We have smashed it. Our first walkout. What an absolutely stunning pack. Oh, back-to-back walkouts. Now we've got Batshuayi. Hell yes. Here he comes. Oh, it's Forrest again. Yes. Yes. God, I hate this game. Oh, now I have to go and put him into an SBC before I can open another pack.
Let's get into fantasy this week. Going into week 13 here.
Bless me.
We did week 11, but we had a gap there because of the break we went on. So, just to recap, I'm not going to go over it in detail, but I took that week. Brings me to 3-1. So that's that. We're not going to go over the players because it's 2 weeks too late. So this week, I'll let you start out. Who are you taking at quarterback?
I like Lamar.
Tell me why.
Lamar versus the Falcons. Well, their run defense is absolute trash.
Yeah, not good.
Terrible. We're gonna do the same. He's gonna do the same thing he's been doing. He'll probably have 115 yards rushing. He'll probably have 2 touchdowns, whether it can by rush or pass. He'll have 150 yards passing, maybe 200 yards passing. Their defense is terrible in Atlanta,
Yeah,
so I like Lamar.
But they do have an explosive offense, which is going to put Lamar on the field a lot. So hopefully,
I mean, you don't know what you're getting from our defense.
no,
So.
we don't. It's week to week with them, and we'll talk about Jackson a little bit because we're Ravens fans, so we'll get into that a little bit more in depth in a minute. I'm taking Prescott actually. A surprising one. They're playing the Saints on Thursday night.
I hate him.
You don't like
I
Prescott?
hate Dak.
I'm not a fan of him.
I
either.
hate him with all my heart.
I'm not a fan. But
I identify as a Dak Prescott hater.
Jesus. What a fucking douchebag. I don't know. Cooper's looking good. Zeke's been catching more balls. They're playing the Saints, who are going to put up 40 points. I mean, I don't care who the fuck they play. They're going to put up 40 points. So
They're not covering that spread either. They won by 2 touchdowns.
yeah, I think so too. But they're going to be throwing the shit out of the ball, the Cowboys and the Saints. So Prescott will have a good night. He rushes a little bit here and there too. So I like him at quarterback.
The only reason they should pass the ball versus them is if they're down by a lot. Otherwise, they're stupid.
No,
Early
yeah.
in the game, they should be running.
It's going to be all Zeke early on.
Zeke
but-
should be running the ball 2 out of 3 plays. He should
Yeah.
be.
But they're going to have to play catch up though, so I think they'll have a decent
Receiver, I'm going with you on that though, because they are going to have to score some points.
Mhm.
Cooper, I just think he gets a touchdown. I'm not saying Dak's going to have a great day. I think Dak will throw a couple picks. I think Cooper will have 80 yards and a touchdown, maybe 2.
80 yards and a touchdown?
He's played well recently.
Yeah, he does.
So
That's what they were missing, man. I mean, they had Dez.
He
They almost
crawled
went
out
to
of
the
his
Super Bowl this year. Or that
fucking
year.
cobweb grave he was laying in Oakland. He started
Look,
playing.
Oakland
well.
is a fucking cancerous organization right now. Anyone who goes there is just being tortured by having to play for them. I would probably fake an injury if I was on Oakland right now.
Mm.
Honestly, I just wouldn't want to play this year. But I'm taking Sanders.
Manuel.
They're playing the Bengals, who, I mean, that's the worst defense I think I've ever seen. Ever.
It's pretty bad.
Sanders is playing well against good teams, and against them, it's just going to be a fucking shit show. So, and the Broncos are good this year. And we'll get into that in a little bit too. But I like Sanders.
They're better than people think. They're not good. They're better than people think.
Yeah.
They're third in the division for a reason.
Who you got at running back?
Who the fuck do I? Oh, fucking the guy who's gonna take the place of Melvin Gordon.
Unfortunately,
He fucked himself up good.
Austin Eckler.
Eckler is a beast. I like him to
He's
have
good, yeah.
a touchdown or 2. Definitely 100 scrimmage yards total.
Look, he's going to catch a bunch of balls.
I mean, he's done this before though, so it's not new for him. He's replaced. Gordon was
Yeah.
injured earlier in the season for 2 games, so and he had great fantasy stats.
And against the Steelers, that is a good matchup. I'll
Yeah.
give you that.
Yep.
I'm taking Carlos Hyde as my running back. Now that might be a weird one, but you got to think Fournette's not playing. And they're playing the Colts, who the Colts throw the shit out of the ball, and they have no defense at all. So they're either going to turn the ball over, or they're going to score a lot, putting the Jags on the field a lot. And Bortles isn't playing, so they're going to be running the ball, and Carlos is their guy right now. So I think he's going to have a big day.
Yeah, I agree with
Over
that.
100 yards and a touchdown, I'd say.
I agree with that. And I mean, this dude, I'm taking the tight end. I don't know what's going on. He was injured. Now he got better.
He's old, man. That's what it is.
His maxi pad. He needs to take that off this week. Just 1 week for me. Olsen for the fucking Panthers. I mean, he's still a good tight end. He's definitely a top 5 tight end. So
He's good when he plays, when he's healthy.
I love 50 yards and a touchdown, and we've already came to the conclusion that's a great day for a tight end this year, unless your name's Travis Kelce. So
Yeah. I got Brake going against Olsen. They're playing the Panthers, and Howard went out. Brake, he's gonna have a good game here. I I mean, Deshaun's been rocky injury-wise. Mike Evans has been going off. They're going to start involving Brady, I think, this week. So, to recap, I got Prescott, Sanders, Carlos Hyde, and Cameron Brate versus your Lamar Jackson, Amari Cooper, Austin Eckler, and Greg Olsen. And that is Week 12 fantasy football. I'm leading 3-1 in the series. We started a little late. We do apologize for that. And
No, we don't.
no, not really.
We don't give a
Fuck
fuck.
your feelings. All right, so let's get into Week 12 here. So last week we had a bunch of Thursday games because of Thanksgiving. That started off with the Bears and the Lions at 1 o'clock, or 12:30 I think it was.
I really like the Lions to win this game without Trubisky playing at home. They didn't do it.
No, they didn't. They
Stafford's
lost.
an asshole.
Stafford sucks this year.
Stafford's an asshole this year. That's all it is to it. I mean, they actually have a running back for once, Kerryon Johnson.
I don't know what's gotten into him, man. I mean, they lost Tate, but he's not like a stellar receiver or anything. They got Callaway or Galladay. I don't know which one it
Galladay,
is.
the beast.
And they have Marvin Jones still, so it's not like they really lost anything. And I think their line's pretty much the same, so I don't know what the fuck he's doing. But he's been bad this year.
They're a 6-10 team, maybe.
If they're lucky.
They look like shit. And they had chances to win that fucking game. They didn't do it. So
I do like the Bears, though. I mean, with Trubisky healthy, I think he's an all right quarterback. I mean, he's not going to blow anyone away, but he's an NFL quarterback, and they got a pretty good team around him.
So is Joe Flacco.
We'll get there, trust me.
We're not getting there.
Cowboys 31, Redskins 23.
Well, you got no fucking Alex Smith. Didn't think it would make that big of a difference.
Look, the Redskins are a fucking joke. I'm surprised they put up 23 on them. The Cowboys aren't anything special, but they are playing better. I mean, I'm not looking for them to go anywhere this year, but I mean, they should have beat the Redskins, so I expect that. Maybe a little bit more of a gap.
I honestly still think the Eagles are going to win that division by default.
Somehow, it's a shitty division right now, man. All those teams are so back and forth. It's so weird.
If the Eagles beat the Skins this week, both of those teams are 6-6.
Who's the fourth team in there? The Giants?
Yeah, they're like 2
Yeah,
games
they're
out. Okay, so let's just say the Eagles beat the Skins this week. They're both 6-6. Let's say Dallas, who was going to lose, the Saints loses. They're 6-6. So they're all 6-6.
Yeah. The Giants are what, 3 wins?
I don't fucking know what they are.
They're too far
They're
down.
pissed is what they are.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, expected the Cowboys to win that. Then we got the Saints versus the Falcons. Falcons have lost 3 straight. Saints are just fucking
Rolling.
going nuts on everybody. And that was a weird game statistically. Drew Brees didn't do a whole lot.
He had
176 yards or something like that,
Yeah.
or 196 yards.
He had 4 touchdowns though.
Yeah, which is weird. I mean, and Kamara didn't have a big day or anything, so I don't really know where all that shit came from. But 14-point deficit there. I mean, I guess I expect out of the Saints nowadays. They've been fucking everybody up, so as expected. So we're pretty much on par so far on the Thursday games.
Yep, Saints obviously.
Starting out Sunday, we got the Patriots 27 to the Jets 13. Same old. People are
They took a nap in the first half, I suppose. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. They took a
Patriots.
nap.
Yeah. People are concerned about the Patriots. They're 8-3.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're not playing up to par.
Gronk
Really.
finally caught a touchdown.
Yeah. I know they're not really playing up to like Patriot standards, but they're 8-3. I mean, they have no reason to be worried or anything.
Plenty of reasons. Their defense is trash.
I mean, but they're like, people are freaking out.
Look at the division they're in, though, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
That's automatic. That's a sweep every year.
Yeah. Well, the Jets
That's-
are looking good. I think.
That's 6 wins right there.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Who else?
Pretty much.
Who's beating them?
The Jets beat them, didn't they? First time they played.
No, the Titans beat them. The Jets.
Titans.
Beat the fucking Patriots.
They got
Chiefs
3
beat the
losses.
Patriots.
Chiefs, Titans, and I think it's the Jets. Might be the Bears. I don't know.
No,
Regardless.
they beat the Bears.
Regardless, they're 8-3. They shouldn't be that worried about anything.
The Lions beat the Patriots on Monday Night Football.
That's what it was. You're right.
Lions, Titans, and what the fuck other team did I just say?
Lions,
Chiefs.
Titans, and the Chiefs. Yeah.
So Lions and Titans both,
Bad teams.
gargled fucking jizz. And
Yeah, not good teams.
the Chiefs, obviously, I mean that was a good game. But I mean, again, week to week, this league is a week to week league.
It
The
is.
fucking Browns can beat the Patriots.
And even the Patriots are stooping down to that week-to-week level. You really don't know with them. They used to be so dominant. Now they're kind of.
Saints, Chiefs, and Rams are the only teams that I can say are
Yeah.
week to week.
Yeah, and the Chargers. They took a weird loss. They took a weird loss to the Broncos, but that's about it. Next up, we got I'll skip the Ravens game because we're gonna go into that. Eagles 25, Giants 22. Pissed me the fuck off. The Giants. I still like the Giants. I know I told you I swore off of them even though I like them, but
Eagles are down 19 to fucking 6, 19 to 3. I mean,
I know. I don't know what the fuck the Giants did.
The Giants aren't a good team. That's why
they
they lost
laid
that
off the
game.
gas. Their defense played like shit. The Eagles picked it up. Just a lot of things went wrong for the Giants there, and it sucks. I thought they were going to get a little momentum going. That division's so back and forth. I thought they might have a little chance, and that sealed it for them. Next up, we got the Bucks 27 versus the 49ers 9.
They're feces. The Giants are feces. What was the game you just read?
Bucks 27, 49ers 9.
I really thought the 49ers put more of a fight than that versus the Buccaneers. It did.
Yeah, I mean,
The 49ers, they held their own versus Green Bay.
that brings me back to week, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Everything's so
saying.
weird.
That's why I'm surprised. I thought they could stay close with the fucking...
The issue is there's no defenses anymore because everyone throws the ball. It's literally if your quarterback has a good week, then you have a good week. If they don't, then you lose. It's not like rushing games and defensive games. It's fucking whoever just throws the shit out of the ball better than the other guys. That's the winner. And unfortunately, there's only 3 teams that are really great at that right now. I'll just say who that was. Then we got the Browns versus the Bengals, 35-20.
Dalton got hurt. No AJ Green.
That game started 28-0, I think.
It was bad.
It was rough. Chubb had like 2 or 3 touchdowns right off
Baker
the bat.
played his ass off.
4 touchdowns, 300 yards.
Which is also another reason why he can say what he did.
Yeah.
He kind of came into the year with a little chip on his shoulder because they were starting Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
He was pissed off about that. You could tell. Watch Hard Knocks. You could tell he was pissed off about that.
The Browns do that every year. They draft a guy and they sign a guy. It kind of sucks for one of them. You know what I mean? Because if they pick the guy they drafted and then the other guy's like, why the fuck you signing me? They do the opposite than the guy they drafted.
The Bengals defense blows, to be honest with you. So it's not really a huge. Browns aren't going to be a bad team in the future. They're going to get their shit together now. They are that
That's
whole
what
one.
I said. The Josh Gordon move was so weird to me. I don't understand.
They got Callaway. He's a beast. He's a
But
rookie.
Josh Gordon is a fucking animal.
Yeah, but how many times can you fuck up and still sit there, dude?
He was doing
He
fine.
fucked up 4 times though.
He's on one of the strictest teams in the NFL now, and he's doing great.
They also pick up fuck ups and try to fix them up.
And
They did the same thing with Randy Moss. They did the same thing with fucking. They've done it before. Ocho Cinco. They've done it. They've done this shit before.
But it was a weird move to me because they are a good team right now. They get a few more guys in next year's draft, sign a few players. They gotta have cap room. Other guys are young.
Yeah, they do.
They gotta have cap room, so they're gonna make a hell of a team next year. They got a new coach coming into next year. I'm definitely interested to see what they're gonna do. Next up, we got the Seahawks. Barely beat the Panthers, 30-27.
That was a game where I didn't know who the fuck to pick because
That's a toss-up game, man. The Panthers
Seahawks
are weird.
Again, we used to make fun of their line. Their Seahawks offensive line is actually playing good now.
Yeah.
Best they've had for Russell Wilson, I think, since he came into the league his rookie year. The fucking Panthers are in a Rubik's Cube. I don't know what to think about them. One week they, beat the shit out of somebody. The next week they get their ass kicked. The next week they lose.
He's a douchebag.
Next week they lose to the Redskins. The next week they beat, I just don't know. So, to take away from that, the Seahawks kept, the playoff hopes alive because they're not winning their division.
Yeah.
The fucking Rams are.
Oh, for sure.
So, you got their playoff hopes dangling by a fucking thread. Panthers really fucked up this week. They need to win that game.
Either team's not going to do anything in the playoffs, so it's kind of an irrelevant game. I guess it's good for the Seahawks that they got that win because
Once you're in, you never know. No one thought we'd win 2012, so.
Unless Drew Brees falls out of a fucking airplane. I don't see anyone else winning the Super Bowl.
Their defense has definitely got holes in it, though.
The Saints?
Yes.
Well, it doesn't really matter when you score 50 points a game. But next up, we got the Bills 24 versus the Jags 21. Like we said,
Dog shit game, anyway.
The Jags are fucking pathetic.
That wasn't a game I even tried to look at. The remote didn't click on that game once.
The Jags are pathetic, dude, and they're just getting worse and worse. They're getting pissed off. They're fighting people. Fournette's getting ejected. Bortles is on the bench, fucking smiling, looking like Roethlisberger's twin brother, being a complete dick.
Balding,
being a fucking asshole. And actually, we're gonna show a clip right here.
What would you do if you weren't playing football?
If I wasn't playing football, working construction, ripping sticks.
What a fucking piece of human flesh. A shit piece of human flesh.
Smoke sage.
You are the bottom of the barrel quarterbacks, you fucking pussy. You're not a good quarterback. And you're gonna come on there and you're gonna say, "Oh, I take a piss in the morning," like a
Still being
smart
arrogant,
ass.
yeah.
An arrogant little fuck. And then you're like, "Oh, I'd probably be working construction, ripping cigs."
You might be there in about a year or two. So
You'd be working construction, bent over a fucking one of those hanging balls. You fucking taking right in your ass, dude. You suck. You suck.
moving on to the Chargers versus the Cardinals. I took the Chargers in this game.
He'd be trying to fit a wrecking ball into his ass. That's what he'd be doing.
I took the Chargers in this game, and was at the casino, you know, not really paying attention. I look up, Cardinals are winning 10-0. Thought, oh shit, can you turn on the Steelers game for me? Change the game. About an hour goes by, turn it back on. 28-0, 28-10, San Diego. Oh wow, nice, very cool. Change it back. Fine, hour goes by. Change it back again for me. 45-10, 45 straight points.
Yeah.
Holy shit, guys. Now I know the Cardinals aren't shit, but let's go Rivers.
Chargers,
He completed.
Chargers do that sometimes.
He completed 25 consecutive completions. He went 28 of 29 on the day.
Name a guy on our defense besides Patrick Peterson.
Oh no, well yeah, that's true, but
I mean,
that's impressive.
He's an elite quarterback. So
Oh fuck
I mean,
yeah, that's a good team, man.
He definitely played above, what you'd expect, because that's just absurd. But yeah,
And
I mean,
another thing, we've talked about it before. We both love his passion. I mean,
yep.
they just lost to the Broncos, and they come out and beat that fuck out of the Cardinals. So love to see that. That's who I want to win the Super Bowl. I don't think they will, but that's who I want to win. Next up, we got the Colts 27 versus Miami 24. Colts had a little bit of a comeback. They were down by 10 in the fourth quarter. Andrew Luck, I'd say MVP contention, but Drew Brees has 25 touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
Mahomes is above Luck by a good bit too.
Yeah, and Mahomes is up there. He's got a little bit more turnovers than Brees, and he's got a little bit more yards and touchdowns too, but the ratio and completion percentage from Drew Brees is just unheard of this year. So we'll see. I mean, there's still a few weeks left. It's going to be a tight race between them two. But I don't see how anyone else in the league can be talked about besides them, honestly.
No.
Gurley maybe would have been in there. He's had a bad 2 weeks here. It shouldn't affect him too much.
Colts should have won that game. I mean, they did. So.
Oh yeah, they should have. They should have beat him worse than that.
Surely is.
Osweiler came back and played though. I guess he held his own. Whatever the fuck he is, whoever. No one really cares.
I don't care about him at all. Actually, he's a piece of shit.
And I was actually listening to the radio today.
He sucks.
There was a Miami fan that called in. And he goes, "We started the year. What did they start? 4 or 5-0.
They're 4-2.
And it's 4-0 then. And it was all excited.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
It was all excited. In the beginning of the season, he said, and then they do what they usually do, and they turned into a shit team out of nowhere. Boom, snaps like that. I mean, I don't watch them as a fan of the Dolphins, so I don't really get to see it. He says they come out, they look phenomenal for 3-4 games.
They never looked phenomenal, man.
They were 4-0, and then all of a sudden, they just get chopped down. And it says something about that organization.
Tannehill's not playing. I mean, that's the first issue you have.
I'd say something about that organization that Dan Marino was there in his prime, one of the best quarterbacks ever, and they didn't even win a Super Bowl. So
I mean, that's just
they're just not meant to win, man.
They're shit right now as an organization. No, they're not. They're not going to win anything until fucking Belichick checks out.
No, until they have new 52 guys on that team, they will not win anything close to a Super Bowl. Next up, we got Denver taking the Steelers out, 24-17.
Stupid play call at the end of the game.
I agree.
RPO, fucking jump pass to the back of the end. What are you doing? When do you ever run that play? You don't. So why are you doing it now?
No.
I mean, what
These
is
teams
that?
keep doing these risky plays, or when all they need is
Third down. We got 2 chances.
Exactly.
You're fucking throw the ball to fucking your best player on a normal play.
We're guilty of it. We talked about Cam Newton doing that earlier in the year.
We don't do that kind of shit. We don't get the chance to do it usually.
Yeah, we're usually behind too far. But, we're looking optimistic now. 2-0 record, real quick, with Lamar. So, like I said a few times, Denver, they held their own against the Rams. They held their own against the Chiefs. They beat the Chargers. They beat the Steelers. I'm not saying they're any playoff or Super Bowl team, but there's a few missing pieces there that if they get, they're on page for it. So, we'll see what happens there in the next few years with them. Next up, we got the Vikings 24 over the Packers 17.
I really thought the Packers would win the game.
It's hard to say that. It's just the outlook.
It was
good,
in,
man.
I believe, was it in Minnesota? I believe it was in Minnesota.
It was.
I just thought they'd win it. They were 4-5-1 and needed that victory. They didn't get it. McCarthy just about sealed his fate to get fired.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's looking to be gone.
Their running game is as good as it's been with Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
So I just can't understand. Their defense is just complete and utter fucking crap. For lack of a better word, just crap.
Well, Mike McCarthy's been there for 13 years.
Been there a while.
He had Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers as his quarterbacks, and he has won Super Bowl. So, his time's up, honestly. And the likelihood of me saying this, it probably won't happen.
His time's not up on losing weight though, so you can still get that done.
The likelihood of me saying this, it probably won't happen. I would love to see it happen, but I don't think it will. I would love to see Aaron Rodgers move teams.
Not gonna happen.
I know it's not going to happen, but
I'll nip that right in the bud for you.
I
That's
know.
just not happening.
It sucks that it's not because he's a Hall of Fame quarterback and he's just not being set up to win right now.
Give him a fucking defense. It's not difficult. Draft better. I mean, their drafting's been pissed.
I wish he could just get out of there and go to if they put him with the Broncos, that'd be awesome.
When's the last defensive player you've heard on that team that's been any good besides fucking
Clay Matthews.
B.J. Raji
30 years ago.
and Clay Matthews and fucking
Clinton Dix, who got traded when they were in playoff contention, which made no fucking sense to me.
draft picks.
They're out there
That's
trading.
the only thing I
They're
can
trading him and Ty Montgomery. I mean, he made a stupid play, but that was a very weird deadline week for that. That was very weird. I didn't like the way they did that. And then we finished things up with the Texans 34 over the Titans 17. The Titans waved their dick around, did some meat spins on the Patriots, but they're fucking fakers. I mean, the Ravens had 11 sacks against them. We shut them out.
Week to fucking week.
And then they beat the Patriots. Beat the shit out of the Patriots, too. And then the Texans come here, get an 8th straight win. They're looking fucking phenomenal.
Patriots play around with teams. Oh, we're going to lose this. Our record isn't as good.
They don't. They're just teasing you.
Yeah.
Belichick's betting on games. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly.
He probably bet, his house on the fucking Titans that game.
We're going to cover. They're going to win the game straight up. I mean, they were plus like 4.
But I mean, overall, just a quick glance at this. I guess you could say Denver over the Steelers is an upset. That's all I got. One upset this week, really? I mean, I don't know if the line said that exactly, because the Seahawks-Panthers game, I'm not sure what the line was on that. That was probably a little weird.
3.5, I think.
That's the only game that looks like an upset to me. So, pretty standard week. Hopefully we get some steadiness in the NFL here, so we can know what the fuck's going on with these teams. But so let's go back to 1 o'clock. The Ravens-Raiders. Now, the line on that game was 14, which was a crazy line to me.
There's your pair of our teams. Remember you said how our teams are all assholes this year? Madrid, Raiders, Ravens.
The Raiders just got their shit swamped.
Rockets were at some point.
They're garbage still. Lost to the Cavs last week.
Shit, that stinks. That shit.
Look, we won by 17. Lamar does look good.
He does.
He's not elite, obviously, yet. He's not even NFL ready yet.
I hope he's Michael Vick.
I hope he is. He's got a lot. He's got a ways to go.
Passing wise, you know what he's gonna do running.
Yeah, they gotta let him open up more, man. I mean, they let him throw a little bit more, but they just gotta let him sling the fucking ball. That's what he did.
He missed open receivers.
I know, but he also hit John Brown for 40 yards.
And
Andrews. I mean, both of them, he hit them perfectly in stride. His first pick was dumb.
Second one was a tip shot. Crabtree didn't really help him, but it was double coverage again.
So, on the first pick, he could have hit him if he would have thrown it on a dart. But he throws those little fucking wrist flickers that don't.
Which
really
that's
go
another
very
thing.
well.
The quarterback coach just gets with him and be like, hey, you gotta step into your throws. Certain throws.
He needs to use his body.
Quick 5-yard slants, you need to step into that shit.
Yeah.
Down the sideline, that's a loft pass.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, his mind was right on the first pick. It just, he didn't throw it accordingly. So that's the first interception. The second one, they wanted Crabtree to go make a play. I think he threw the ball okay.
It was a bad pass. It wasn't the best pass. I mean, the ball shouldn't have been. I wouldn't have thrown that ball.
Here's the thing.
In that situation, you don't
Here's
throw
the
that
thing.
ball. We just got the ball back at that point.
I don't think he has options. I don't think he has I mean, he might have a check down, but he's not looking at 3 receivers on one play.
It's not true.
He's got to predetermine who he's throwing
He's
the
been
ball
looking at
to.
this playbook since fucking June, man.
I know, but they don't trust him worth shit.
How do you know that?
They don't. He would be throwing.
He's in the game. They gotta trust him to some extent.
He has to be in the game.
We have a wild card spot right now. He does not have to be in the game. RG3 is a veteran quarterback. He could be in the game. So I was going to have. John Harbaugh has said we trust this quarterback to win us games.
He says yeah, I guess, but I think there's another thing with RG3. I think there's an issue there why he's not playing. Otherwise, he would be. Um,
I don't know. We're holding on to him as a fucking,
he's a proven NFL quarterback, and he did good when he was healthy. There's got to be a different reason that we don't know about that he's not starting. Because it's a no-brainer to me. You play the guy that's won games. And
They want to see their future on the field. That's what it is.
And I agree. And I think that 2 weeks ago, there was a decision point where we lost to the Steelers. And we just said, hey, we're not going to make the playoffs. Now we're in a position to make the playoffs. I mean, because 2 weeks ago, if you looked at our schedule, it was fucked. I mean, we had one of the hardest schedules in the league.
Yeah, but you have our 2 games. Guess what? Those Chargers and Chiefs games. We lose both of them. We still can get in
I know. I agree.
at 9-7. So
But I think they're in the mindset now where Lamar won 2 games. I mean, regardless of the teams we played, they were shitty teams. Who cares? He won 2 games. Joe doesn't bring anything to the table that, I mean, he can throw the ball a little better than Lamar, but it's not, I mean, we know what Joe can do. There's no reason, Joe will not play another game for the Ravens, in my opinion, unless Lamar really fucks up this week. Because if we lose this week, we're going to let Lamar play throughout the season out, because we're not going to make the playoffs. If we win this week, he just won 3 straight, we're going to let him play. So I don't see any scenario where Joe comes back unless he's healthy this week and Lamar plays like shit the first half of the game or the first quarter of the game. That's the only scenario I see Joe playing for the Ravens ever again.
I don't think Joe's going to be dressed again this week. I think like they've been doing. He's been inactive. I don't think he'll be active. RG3 will be the backup.
Yeah.
If it really goes down the shit pipes, which I don't think it will. I mean, Atlanta's a decent team, but they're just not playing well this year.
Not defensively
Their defense,
at all either.
Well, they got 3 or 4 injuries to key players.
And look, I trust Lamar. I mean, he's going to throw 2 picks every game. It's growing pains. I mean, he's coming from college to NFL.
Well, that's a little inexcusable.
With, not a great coach.
Chris, that's 32 picks all year. That's not good.
No. He's got not a great coach in John Harbaugh.
Horrible coach. That's my biggest thing about this. I don't care about all this Joe Flacco, Lamar Jackson shit. Our coaching staff, regardless of it, sucks.
And his mentor is the guy who didn't speak to him all of training camp, who is afraid of losing a starting job to him. I don't think Joe Flacco's out there to help the guy. I really don't.
I don't agree with that. They flashed him on sidelines, talking to him and stuff back there by the Microsoft fucking thing.
I think Joe's the biggest dick in the league, but you know my opinion on him.
I'm going to go with Bortles being a bigger dick than him with what we just saw.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
And Bortles is definitely not, Joe is definitely not as bad as Bortles is.
Yeah, I mean, Joe is I'm going to put him at the 20 spot on quarterbacks in the league right now.
I don't care. It doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't matter. And
It's been beaten to like a dead horse.
It has. I've been listening to 105.7, our local radio station, and it's just all week. It's back and forth, and the only guys picking Flacco are the guys that are stuck in 2012 when we won the Super Bowl.
I start veering toward that Chesapeake Bay Bridge every time I turn 105.7 on. I have to turn myself around so I don't get any ideas.
It's the only guys that are really supporting him are the guys that are stuck in 2012 with, he got us the Super Bowl, he went 11-0, picks or touchdowns, interceptions. That's fine. I have no problem with that. He was great from the day he started for the Ravens until the day we won the Super Bowl. After that, gone. He wasn't the same guy. Didn't care about the game.
I mean, he had years after that were good.
He had 1 year after that when we had the second highest yak.
That wasn't the year. He sure as hell wasn't the reason why we blew 2 14-point leads in New England. That was when we blew 2 14-point leads in New England.
That's fine.
And he was throwing to Kamar Aiken.
Do not defend the motherfucker, please. Please don't do it.
I mean,
you're above that now.
He's not playing. it's just.
You're above that now.
It's whatever. He's
not playing. He's done. Thank Christ. He'll never be talked about again.
Next week.
Average as shit.
Next week.
All right. So starting off soft on Thursday night, we got the Saints minus 8.5 versus the Cowboys.
Take a minus 10.5. Take a minus 12.5. Cowboys don't impress me.
No.
I like the Saints.
Look, like I said, I'm picking Dak. He'll have 2 or 3 touchdowns, but the Saints will have 5 or 6 or 7, so it's really not going to matter. Saints are too dominant right now, and they're in Dallas, so I mean they're in the dome. It doesn't home stadium doesn't matter to the Saints.
All the Saints play.
All that matters is that they're in that dome, and they're going to fuck them up. It's gonna be ugly. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Saints score 60 points, honestly.
They'll beat the shit out of them.
And then we'll start off Sunday with Ravens-Falcons. I'm actually going to the game in Atlanta. Pretty exciting, I guess, see the stadium. And it's a game that matters, so that's pretty cool.
Ravens.
If the Falcons get ahead of us early on, we will lose. If we hold our own in the first quarter, I think we have a good chance of winning the game.
I like the Ravens to win.
Like the Ravens.
+1, -1, -3, +6.
Oh, that
whatever
line.
the fuck the
That
line's
line.
been doing.
It's been -3 for both teams already. It's the fucking weirdest line I've ever seen. But
Let's
I
just
guess
say
it's a
let's just
joke
say the
act.
Ravens. Let's just say it ends up being a pick game, which it should be, in my opinion.
Yeah, it should be.
I take the Ravens in a pick game.
Yeah, me too.
Our defense is better than theirs.
The Falcons, like I said earlier, the Falcons have lost 3 straight, so them being at home it's not going to mean shit. They're not playoff contention really. So they're not going to have a lot of fans there, so it's really not going to matter. All it is Lamar's playing his first game on the road in a dome, so I mean, no big deal really. I think he'll play fine. I don't think the team's going to be affected by that by any means. I think we have the better team, and if Lamar keeps doing what he's done, he can improve on it, but I don't think he has to for us to win that game. If he has 190 yards and 2
There's
touchdowns.
going to be one of these games that we talk about where you're saying all this and he takes 16 giant steps backwards. It's a rookie. He's
Yeah.
going to do it. So
I mean, hopefully not. Hopefully he's the next Mike Vick, like we said. But
even Mike Vick had growing pains.
yeah, we'll see.
He's a running quarterback, so he's going to make mistakes. Fumbles are definitely going to happen at some
Yeah.
point.
So we like the Ravens, both of us. Next up, we got the Bears versus the Giants.
If Trubisky doesn't play and the Giants,
If Trubisky doesn't play, it'll be a close game. If Trubisky plays, they'll win by 14.
you think?
That's my prediction. Yeah. If Trubisky plays, the Bears win that by 14.
I like the Bears to win the game. I
Yeah.
don't know what there's no spread right now, so I couldn't.
No,
we
it's
can't even
up
get
in
into
the
that
air
right now.
So I think the Bears take it either way, but I think it'll be a better game if Trubisky doesn't play. And next up, we have the Cardinals +15 versus the Packers.
I don't understand it.
Um,
Packers are, I guess, due for an ass whooping. They're falling out of the playoff picture here. I don't think they're going to cover that. I think the Cardinals cover that.
To be completely honest, we have our lines at the end here, but just looking at this right now, if you want to do a teaser, Cardinals +25, Rams -1 versus the Lions, and Broncos +5.5 versus the Bengals.
Yeah,
That's an easy teaser right there. All 1 o'clock games.
I like that.
But the Cardinals, I'd even take +15. I mean, the Packers are not playing.
They're going to allow points. I mean, Rosen is such a fucking hot and cold quarterback right
Yeah.
now. Again, rookie growing pains, but he throws a lot of picks. But again, their defense at Green Bay is just not.
Garbage.
It's not good.
Trash.
It's not good.
So I'll take them +15.
Alright.
The Packers win it, but I'll take the Cardinals +15 if I had to bet it.
Yep.
Next up, we got the Rams -11 versus the Lions. And even though I said to tease it down, the Rams will win that by more than 11 points.
Yeah, you mentioned no Gurley. I don't care.
No, Gurley, yeah, it doesn't really matter.
I
They'll
like
just
that.
throw the ball
I
more.
think they're going to cover that. Actually, I think they'll cover 11.
Oh, easily, yeah. I think so too. It's in Detroit, but that doesn't mean shit to them. I mean, the Rams are fucking hot. I mean, hot as can be right now.
I
They're
like
not-
Stafford to continue staying down on his knees.
I don't know what the hell he's doing, man. And it's not going to get better against the Rams. Talib might even play, which is, I mean,
Big boost.
once they get him back, they're really. I'd like to see how they play once they get him back, because that's going to be an incredible team all around once he comes back. So we both like the Rams -11 and straight up. Next up, we got the Broncos -4.5 versus the Bengals.
No Dalton.
I don't see that line going anywhere but up on the Broncos side. It's probably going to be -7 by game time on Sunday.
Could be.
I
I still like it.
Like I said earlier, the Broncos are hanging with the Rams, the Chiefs. They beat the Steelers and the Chargers. You're going to a Bengals team that has just been consistently getting fucked up by the Browns, the Saints, the Ravens.
Defense is
The
pathetic.
defense is pathetic. AJ probably won't play again. Dalton's not going to play. I mean, 4.5.
In shambles.
Four-
Marvin Lewis can basically kiss his fucking job goodbye.
This might be a little dramatic, but I take the Broncos +7 or -17 in this game.
Oh God.
Dude, the Bengals are a joke right now.
17.
The Bengals, I put the Bengals at the worst team in the league next to the Raiders.
You got Case Keenum over there, man. You don't know what he's gonna fucking do.
That's true, but you got Lindsey in that backfield that is just going to shove the ball down their fucking throat all game. If you have Lindsey started this week, I don't care if he's your backup, your flex, play Lindsey this week. He is going to go off. And next up, we got the Browns -7 versus the Texans. Or no, that can't be right. It's got to be the Texans -7 versus the Browns. Yeah, that was a little strange there for a second. Good game. It's a good game. Baker's starting to come into his own.
Baker's gonna get his ass throttled by J.J. Watt that week. That's what's gonna happen.
Probably.
I like Deshaun Watson to have a game, and I like
Sure.
DeAndre Hopkins. to have
Lamar
a game.
Miller's going to keep going off. He's been playing great the last few games.
There's certain games I just look at and I'm like, well, can't take the Browns. You can't take the Browns in this game.
No, not taking the Browns, but the -7 or +7 for the Browns is an interesting line. I personally probably wouldn't bet it -7. Might do the first half. I might tease it Texans +3, something like that. But that's going to be a good game regardless. I think it's going to be closer than a lot of people think.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, but we'll see. But I like the Texans, obviously. Next up, we got the Colts versus the Jaguars. Colts are -4. Easily cover that. 14, 21 points. They're going to fuck them up.
Yep, I like it.
Andrew Luck's having an MVP season. They're not going to slow down anytime soon. The Jaguars, no Fournette, no Bortles. Jalen Ramsey's got his tail between his legs like a fucking beaten dog. I mean, he's talking all this shit all season, and they're fucking have 3 wins.
Yeah.
What the fuck, buddy?
That's supposed to be like the top 2 defense, one of the top 2 or 3
Yeah.
defenses in the league.
I don't know what
They've
happened.
been dog shit. I like the Colts to win the game for sure. What do you got next? Jets, Titans.
No, Panthers -3 versus the Bucks.
Oh, we'll get to that in a sec.
They just lost to the Seahawks, and they're in Tampa Bay. It's gonna be a weird game.
Panthers.
I agree.
They'll keep teasing their fans the playoff hopes.
Yeah, I agree. Again, a game I wouldn't touch though.
Licking their balls and then turning over and going to bed under the covers.
Goodness gracious.
So,
The weird thing about this is the Bucks have had steady offense all year. They've turned the ball over, but they've scored a lot of points in every game. The Panthers have games where they don't score a lot, regardless of who they play. So, like I said, it's a game I wouldn't touch. I guess I'd have to take the Panthers, but I don't know. That's the one I'm most uncomfortable with this week. Next up, we got the Chiefs -16 versus the Raiders, which they'll cover that, right? I mean, why not?
they should.
The Raiders are trash. The Chiefs are the best offense in the league. So, 16.
Late game bullshit's the only reason why that wouldn't cover.
Yeah, if they run the ball out or.
Take
I don't like
Mahomes out
going
or
that high.
something.
I'd rather take a -10 in the first half,
Yeah.
quite frankly, because they get up their 30 points and they just sit on it.
Mhm.
So
They'll win that game by a significant amount of points.
yeah, they're gonna kick their ass. The Raiders have no chance of winning that game. So Chiefs will win 16. Personally, for me, in the NFL is a little high. I'd rather take the first half -10 if that's what it is. Next up, we got the Jets +9.5 versus the Titans, which is an interesting line.
I think the Jets +9.5.
I think so.
Jets
too.
could beat the Titans straight up.
Yeah,
They could.
they could, and that's another game I'd put in a teaser +19.5 against the Titans.
Yeah.
Very confident in that, and I'm confident in +9.5.
Yep.
They're in Tennessee, but
I'd expect it to go
who the
down a
fuck
little
cares?
bit.
Yeah, they'll probably go down to 7, maybe.
7.5, 8. I mean,
Maybe.
9.5 is outrageous.
Yeah, that's high. I don't know where that was coming from. I know the Jets have been playing bad lately, but Titans aren't anything like to write home about, so that's a strange line to me. And next up, we got the 49ers +11 versus the Seahawks at home. I think earlier you said you liked the 49ers, right? +11?
I like them to cover that.
Yeah.
Seahawks,
It's a good line.
they tend not to blow people out.
Yeah, that's a good line. They're obviously a much better team than the 49ers, and they're at home, so I think 11's a good line. It should be around, they might win by 10.
10, yeah. Division game, too.
Another
So.
one I'm not touching. If anything, if you had to bet it, tease 49ers +21, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
I guess you got to tease that. You have to.
A lot of those this week.
Next up, we got the Vikings +5 versus the Patriots.
I like the Patriots to cover. I like the win by a touchdown. That's our controversial pick.
That is our controversial. I'll talk about it in a little bit. We got 2 more games left here, and then we'll cover it when we do our lines. Next up, we got the Chargers +3 versus the Steelers. We both like the Chargers on that one.
Oh, yeah.
+3 and to win the game. Quite frankly, like I've been saying, the Chargers are my Super Bowl pick. So the Steelers just lost to the Broncos. I know. Granted, it was on a dumb play. Granted, it was on a dumb play. They still lost.
RPO, what a fucking geek. What are you doing? RPO.
Dumbass play.
Hey, we're gonna just go to this playbook that we never used this year.
You know-
with trick plays in it. and pull one out of there.
That's like Pete Carroll and Marshawn Lynch in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, let's throw it.
Let's throw the
slant
ball.
route.
You got one of the strongest running backs in NFL history, and you're gonna fucking throw the ball to one.
What a fucking moron.
Well, I hate Tomlin. I really do.
Twat. I do too. I can't stand
I
it.
hope he gets gang banged in his living room.
Thank God.
And he'll have his sunglasses. He probably wears his sunglasses at night too. I bet you he's that kind of guy.
Like Corey Hart,
Yeah.
fucking song.
He probably goes to bed with his fucking aviators on, like he's in Top Gun or some shit. Fucking loser.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Yeah,
I think he's a
our-
piece of shit.
Our cameraman Benny's losing his mind.
Yeah,
He's a
Steelers
little bit of a
fan.
Steelers fan.
Sorry about you, Ben.
Gotta tell him like we see it.
Yep.
And then finally on Monday night we have a shitter between the Redskins +7 versus the Eagles.
Eagles, cover it.
-7?
Yes, cover that. Colt McCoy's playing.
Oh yeah. Alex Smith died.
All they
last
got,
week.
all they got is Adrian Peterson, and
We
quite
didn't get
frankly,
to touch on that.
that's not enough.
If you didn't see Alex Smith's leg, here it is.
Yeah, we'll show you his leg. It's in 16 different
It's
pieces.
fucking destroyed.
Jared Theismann,
Yeah, 33 years to the
for
day.
the day,
He
same
broke that
team. I mean,
shit. Some weird stuff.
Yeah.
Illuminati type shit going on in the NFL here. So that wraps up week 13. Let's get into these lines we got taken. So our first line here is the Broncos -4, like we said. Very confident in that. They're playing the Bengals, who are disheveled right now. Broncos are a good team this year. 4.5 is the touchdown. Should be easily over that. I think I said that. I'd take a -17 in this game.
yeah, we agreed on that easily. Bengals
Everyone
are-
needs to take that, and you got to take it quick because that.
And again,
line-
that's the team who literally pulled down Tomlin's pants, dry fucked him in the ass with his finger. That was just pathetic play calling. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, it's just a shit show.
Oh.
You got a chance to win the game, third down, and you decide to call that play? Really good.
Next line we're taking
Benny's
is
enjoying
the
it.
Colts -4 versus the Jaguars. Another one where the Jags are in shambles. The Colts have been playing great.
Yeah, they won 5 straight.
And I'm saying 4.5 Broncos, 4 Colts.
Yes.
Both those lines will probably be at 7 by the time you see this, or by the time Sunday rolls around. So I'd get it quick. Now we're trying something new for you guys here. I believe it's a Sunday game. Manchester United. I believe they're playing Crystal Palace. They're -113. They have 6 wins, and the opponent has 2 wins.
I don't get
No.
soccer's very.
They're only -113, which is a very strange line for that. I know soccer's a little bit odd because they can tie and stuff like that, but it's getting to the nit and gritty, as some people would say here in the Premier League. So
Gritty.
this is a must-win for Man U, and they're playing a shitty team. So I don't see how they lose this game, and it's only -113. So.
You
Try
like
that
it?
one out for size. You know, we haven't really done any lines. It's versus Southampton. They actually have 1 win. Southampton does. Man U has 6 and 3 ties, only 4 losses. So that's another one we like. So to recap: Broncos, Colts, Man U. Take them all, parlay it. Pretty good picks there. Get them early too. And then we're having a little bit of a controversial pick here. You like the Patriots -5. I like the Vikings +5.
I only like them minus up to 6.5. I don't like them minus 7.5 because I don't think they'll win by more than a touchdown. I think they'll win by a touchdown now.
Yeah.
I just think that this is
Okay.
their time of the year. They're going to come here. Vikings. I mean, they need to win the game, but I don't see them beating the Patriots.
I predict Harrison Smith breaks Gronkowski's arm. And I predict the Vikings win by 10 points.
Well,
And they're getting 5, so.
I think your fucking boy goes to fuck off this game, James White.
James White?
Oh my God.
He's been quiet. I think he's had 7 fantasy points
well,
last
there
time.
you go. Time.
So,
Let's do.
I guess that's week
8
8 here.
for us.
Wow. Actually, you know what? You guys can take a look at this last dick of the week here on Instagram. Something I was scrolling by while I was taking a shit on break here a few minutes ago. So you see the ads on Instagram, you know, whatever really you look at. If you're going shoe shopping on the internet, you'll get an ad on Instagram because they fucking stalk everybody.
Not hard to find a dick on there either.
Yeah. So I'm scrolling down there, you know, I obviously we have a lot of betting apps and all that shit. I look up football all the time. Well, there's one on there. It's a recap of last week.
Oh God.
They're giving lines. They're people paying for betting lines. Their pick was, hold on, I gotta look right here. Their pick was the Falcons plus 14, which didn't cover.
The Jets.
The Jets, which didn't cover, and the Patriots.
No.
No,
It was-
no. It was the Jets.
It's Jets,
The
Falcons. And thought it was the
Cowboys? It was the Cowboys. No. Whatever the fuck it was. It was 3 teams.
You'll see it here. We'll show you the screen.
Yeah, I got the picture right here. It was 3 teams and none of them fucking covered, and they're promoting their goddamn website off of that. Off of a fucking 0-3. They're paying money to have it up. Here it is. Jets plus 9.5, didn't cover. Cardinals plus 12, didn't
not
cover.
even close.
Falcons plus 13, didn't cover. And they're fucking promoting that shit on Instagram. It just cracked me up. Fucking dick.
It's pretty bad.
So that's week 8, guys. We'll be back next week. Any suggestions or anything like that? We're still working on our intro.
Yeah, that didn't happen. We're working on it.
Nothing to be said about that.
We're working on it. That's all we got.
This is trying out new. Let us know if you like that. We got our logo in the background. You guys all have a great week. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and
See you next week.
we'll see you next time.
See you, Dicks.